You're sitting in a meeting. Someone across the table yawns. 3 seconds later, you yawn too. You didn't choose it. You didn't even want it. It just happened, like your body was following an order you never heard. You've been told your whole life that yawning means you're tired or bored. That's the story everyone repeats. But the real answer is far stranger. Yawning is not about sleep. It's not about boredom either. It's a signal, an ancient one, and your body has been broadcasting it and receiving it since long before you had words for any of this. Let's go back. Not centuries, millions of years. Every mammal yawns. Every bird yawns. Even some reptiles and fish do something close to it. That's not a coincidence. When a behavior shows up across that many species, separated by that much evolutionary distance, it usually means the behavior is solving a problem older than any of them. So what problem is it solving? For decades, scientists assumed yawning pulled in extra oxygen, low oxygen, big yawn, more air to the brain. It sounded reasonable. It was also wrong. Psychologist Robert Provin spent years studying yawning in his lab, and he ran a simple test. He had people breathe pure oxygen, then breathe air with extra carbon dioxide. If the oxygen theory was right, the gas mixture should have changed how often people yawned. It didn't, not even slightly. The oxygen explanation, the one repeated in classrooms for generations, quietly fell apart under a basic experiment. So Provine looked elsewhere, and what he found was this: yawning isn't about your lungs, it's about your brain's temperature. Here's the plain version. Your brain works best in a narrow temperature range, like a computer that overheats if you push it too hard. When your brain's temperature creeps upward, even slightly, a yawn acts like a radiator. The deep inhale pulls in cooler air. The stretch of your jaw increases blood flow around your skull. That blood flow acts like a cooling system, carrying heat away from the brain and dispersing it. Researcher Andrew Gallup tested this directly. He had participants hold cold packs to their foreheads while watching videos of other people yawning. The people with the cold packs yawned far less than the people without them. Cool the brain down artificially, and the urge to yawn drops. Warm it up, and yawning spikes. That's not boredom. That's thermostat behavior. Think about when you yawn the most. Right after waking up, when your brain is shifting out of a warmer sleep state. Late at night, when your body temperature is naturally rising and falling in its daily cycle. During long draining tasks, when mental effort quietly heats things up. Your brain isn't announcing that it's tired. It's regulating itself in real time, and the yawn is the mechanism. But here's where it gets stranger, because none of that explains the part you already noticed. The contagious part. Why does watching someone else yawn make you yawn? A cooling brain doesn't need to catch anything from another person's brain. So contagious yawning has to be doing something different. Something social. This is where the story shifts from biology to psychology. And it's where the twist lives. Contagious yawning isn't universal. Human infants almost never catch a yawn. Neither do most people with certain neurological differences that affect social bonding. But people who score higher on empathy tests catch yawns more easily and more often than people who score lower. Geneticist Elizabeth Cerulli ran a study looking at contagious yawning across hundreds of participants, and one of the clearest patterns to emerge was this. The more empathetic a person tested, the more susceptible they were to catching a yawn from someone else, which means a yawn spreading through a room isn't really about tiredness at all. It's a synchronization signal, a silent way for a group to fall into rhythm together. Picture early humans, huddled in a group for safety, watching for danger, needing everyone alert at the same time and calm at the same time. A yawn moving from one person to the next, could have functioned like a shared switch, nudging the whole group's arousal levels into alignment. Rest together, cool down together, stay synced, because a group that moves in rhythm survives better than a group that doesn't. Even the timing supports this. Yawns spread faster between people who are close. Friends catch each other's yawns more than strangers do. Family members catch them faster than acquaintances. Your brain isn't randomly firing off a contagious reflex. It's using yawning as a kind of social glue, a background signal measuring who you're bonded to and how tightly. So a yawn is doing two jobs at once, quietly cooling an overheating brain and quietly synchronizing a group of overheating brains together. Isn't it strange that something this automatic, this involuntary, is actually two overlapping systems your body inherited from creatures that came long before language, long before fire, long before anything we'd recognize as human? Now bring it back to that meeting, or that classroom, or that late night car ride with someone you love. When you catch someone else's yawn, you're not being lazy. You're not being rude. You're running code that's older than your species. Your brain is cooling itself the same way it did for your ancestors, standing on a savanna, scanning the horizon for something that wanted to eat them. And when that yawn jumps to you from the person beside you, you're proving something about your connection to them, whether you meant to or not. Empathy, expressed through a reflex you can't even control. Every time you feel that pull in your jaw, that automatic urge right before it hits, notice it. Notice the person near you who yawned first. Notice how your body decided, without asking you, that this is someone worth syncing with. You're sitting in a meeting. Someone across the table yawns. And this time, when it reaches you 3 seconds later, you know exactly what your body is telling you. Like and subscribe for more.